Alright, so this is my first blog. Quick overview of my training and supplementation, nutrition. So basically, I've got the super size here, the full size, the 10 kilo one I remember, as far as I remember. Makes me feel quite aesthetic. Yeah, it says 4 scoops per serving, but basically I use 2 because the high protein and carbohydrate content, and I just don't think my system can digest it in time. So every time I'm training, that's what I'm doing. I mix in 2 scoops, and I'll drink about a tiny bit before I train. And as I'm training, I'll take a sip at the end of every exercise. Like say I'd be doing my flat benches, and after I've done the 4 sets, I take a sip out of it. Or in some days, when I'm feeling a bit more energetic, I take it after the chest, and then take a sip once again after the biceps. And then whatever's remaining, I chug it down right at the end of the workout. Pre-workout, the phone, the earphones, the in-ear type of earphones. So basically, I can't hear a thing. I can't hear nobody. No distractions there. And then putting them in makes me look pretty aesthetic too. Combined with the shirt that I wear with pride. So basically, before I'm in the gym, it's already in my ears, nice and deep. Got the music pumping, and when I get tired, I pump it even louder. Crank it right up to the max if I have to do that extra squat, because that's what happens when I do it. Sometimes it's like a way of psyching myself up before that big squat. That's how I do it. And even though I mean, squat's not my favourite, but when I go to do it, I tell myself I love squats, I can't wait to squat, and that's what pumps me. And then knowing that I get to reward myself to a half a serve, a supersize afterwards, it's like having treating myself to a cheat meal. I mean, it tastes that good. It's one of the best proteins I've yet to taste. I've tried other brands, but nowhere near. So that's supplementation out of the way. Nutrition. Basically, I eat 6 meals a day, and most of them I try to even it out. So I'd go, alright, I'd look at my protein, say whatever it is, the tuna, whether it would be beef or chicken, and I'd look at it and I'd go a fist-sized portion each meal. For the carbs, I'd be eating bread because we need wholemeal kind of stuff. What you would describe as wholemeal rice, like brown rice and wholemeal oats, etc. But because nobody in the family, because we're an Asian family, so we eat white rice. Everybody eats white rice, but so I'm not allowed to eat brown rice. So basically, what I've got to do is eat wholemeal bread, and each time I do each serving, I make sure I get 3 slices in. 6 meals a day. 4 of those meals would be my bread there, and the breakfast would be a bowl of oatmeal with 4 eggs, whether it be boiled, whether I down them raw, whether I scramble them or have them poached. And so basically I work out how much I need in a day. So I'm getting 2 grams, every kilo of body weight I'm getting 2 grams? Yeah, 2 grams of protein. And so I started off at 70, and so basically I started off eating 140 grams each day. And basically at first my training was pretty much aimed at getting bigger, and also my nutrition was aimed at helping me get bigger, because even though I want to lose fat, you can't sculpt what you basically don't have. So you got to gain that mass, you got to gain that muscle before you. When you strip off the fat, then it shows. That's the kind of logic I got there. Training wise, I always stick to my routine, whatever it is. But on the last sets, I will always, if I can do a couple more, I'll do it. I'll do it right to failure. On the last set of every exercise, I will make sure I go to failure to make sure I completely work myself out there. Another thing is I like to try different things, such as drop sets or rest pause sets. And each week I change that up. So if this week I did rest pause, the next week I'd be doing drop sets to make sure that at the end of the session I've completely used up all the energy inside my body. And it's water in there. I mean, that's the point of using it. Otherwise, there's no point in eating. really. Besides, exercise-wise, I try to pick an exercise group, one exercise per body part. So if it's upper chest, I try inclines, or I do whether it be dumbbell or whatever you call it, the barbells. And in some cases, I do flat bench underhand grip with the bench presses, because basically that focuses on the upper chest more. Yeah, and on lower chest, I do something like flat bench press or a decline bench. And obviously, I focus on the compound lifts first, and then I finish off with isolations like flies or crossovers. And yeah, and basically I split my training. I have a muscle, ligament, tendon, a section where I'm loading those tendons and ligaments and muscles so that they're growing and getting stronger. And then I'd spend another couple of weeks trying to increase my strength, basically working, changing each week. So I'd do 60% of my 1 rep max, the next week I'd do 65, and then 70% to make sure that I'm getting stronger. Because getting stronger basically means you can lift heavier, which means better gains. So that's a quick overview of my training, supplementation and nutrition. And I'll be posting more from now, since I finally got myself a camera.